Hi, I'm Jaron from Sonoran Herping Adventures. In this episode, we're going to take you along with us to see a few bonus reptile encounters from this year. Come on, let's go herping. This reptile encounter was really fun and close to home. In fact, it was in my own driveway. I was getting ready to drive my daughter to school in the morning and was backing out of my driveway when I thought I saw something slightly unusual out of the corner of my eye. It looked like there was a dark stick coming up out of my rock wall. Now, there are other sticks coming up out of my rock wall, but for some reason this one seemed really suspicious to me. Let's take a closer look. Boom! Look at that. It's a coachwhip. Coachwhips in Arizona are often red or orange and sometimes yellow, but they also come in a black phase like this one. This snake was just carefully looking at us like a periscope from a submarine. I tried to get as close as I could, very carefully. But unfortunately, I scared the snake and it got away. This next encounter was really fun. We found 2 ridgenose rattlesnakes in about 20 minutes. Now, to put that into perspective, the first ridgenose rattlesnake that I found took me years and several trips to find. So it was quite a surprise to find 2 of these rattlesnakes in such a short period of time. I really am going to have to spend some more time down in this area though, because the footage that I filmed of them didn't turn out so well. Arizona ridgenose rattlesnakes are a protected species in Arizona, and they are the Arizona state reptile. Herping typically involves lots of travel time, and unfortunately that increases your odds of getting into an accident. While headed to southern Arizona on what was undoubtedly an otherwise perfect night for herping, a careless driver decided to swerve into oncoming traffic. We were the oncoming traffic. Jason skillfully dodged to the side to avoid his truck being hit with us inside. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to prevent the oncoming vehicle from smashing into the side of his trailer. This really cut into our herping time that night. But on the bright side, at least nobody was injured. And all of the damage was later fixed. It just isn't an Arizona monsoon season without coming across a breeding pool of frogs and toads. On the night of this trip, there was so much water that had just fallen in the area. It was amazing, and the dry creek beds were flowing like I had never seen before. The amphibians were just living it up here in this temporary pool. One of the amphibians that I was interested in seeing was this narrow-mouthed toad. Just take a look at it, it's pretty interesting when it makes its calls. Here's what a narrow-mouthed toad looks like when it's out of the water. On to our next encounter. Well, what do we have here? Look at this gorgeous banded rock rattlesnake. This is another one of our protected Arizona rattlesnake species. From a distance, it looks a lot like a pinstriped alterna or gray-banded kingsnake. These are probably the most commonly found of our protected Arizona rattlesnakes, and people are often able to find several of these on a single trip if you go at the right time of year. This was a fun snake to see. At first glance, the snake can easily be confused for a black-tailed rattlesnake. Actually, I used this snake as part of a Guess the Herp challenge during our summer herping competition, and many people thought that it was a black-tailed rattlesnake. Here's a link to a video about that herping competition if you'd like to know more about it. Stepping back from the animal though, you can see that the snake really is a Mojave rattlesnake rather than a black-tailed rattlesnake. Probably the strangest herping encounter that I had this year was this black-tailed rattlesnake. My wife and I were fishing out at Canyon Lake during the heat of the summer. Not too long after sunset, while we were kayaking out in the lake fairly far away from any shore, my wife spotted something moving in the water. She called me over to take a look, and I was surprised to see this black-tailed rattlesnake rapidly swimming across the lake. I wonder how common this might be. I followed it until it made its way into these reeds along the shore. Leave a comment down below and let me know which of these encounters was your favorite. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you can automatically be notified of future videos as they're released.